What if you could make your cocktail only by the color of what's in the bottle? That's what I'm going to attempt today using my sample collection of a couple hundred bottles. I don't know what they are, just what color's in the bottle, and there's no smelling allowed in this challenge. First up, I'm going to attempt to make an old-fashioned like cocktail. If what I make ends up tasting horrible, I will give myself 1 second chance to change one thing about it. I'm not going to be using any simple syrup today, so I will try changing the simple syrup to hopefully some kind of sweet liqueur. Well, apparently I don't have any bitters either, so that's going to make it extra interesting. But first off, I need to find a base. So I'm going to grab 2 generic liquor colored bottles. Just what you would think of brown. Hopefully it's a whiskey. Maybe it would be a rum, but I'm just hoping for a base spirit that's not a liqueur, not sweet. All right, I picked out 2 generic color, what looks to me like whiskey or maybe some aged rum. Could be anything though. They both look exactly the same color. I am going to flip a coin and decide which to use. Heads, I use this. Tails, I use this. Tails. I will not know what I missed out on until I edit this video and check the numbers to my database. Going with this as the base. Normally with an old-fashioned, you'd use a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, but I'm going to change that to 1 ounce of what I hope is a sweet liqueur. So I'm gonna go find something that looks like it might be sweet just based on the color. I picked out 2 very dark red bottles. And honestly, I don't remember anything red. I have Campari, but to me these both look darker than a Campari. And I don't think a Campari would be good, but it might. This one specifically looks thicker. Thicker usually means sweet. I'm gonna flip the coin again. This one's heads, this one's tails. I don't remember what I did last time. Tails. Put this one back. And then for bitters, I was kind of annoyed that I didn't have any bitters, but it kind of makes sense with this challenge that you don't know what it is. So what I would try to substitute bitters for is something very strong that adds just an extra little flavor in there. I'm thinking, what if it was like an absinthe or an anise flavor? Just a couple, like a dash. The problem is I don't know how to find absinthe by color. There's a lot of stuff in there that are the same color. But I do have some very dark green anise or absinthe. I think they say they're absinthe, but they're liqueurs. Let me go try to find some green stuff. So I actually had quite a few very green bottles. Now that I think about it, there is like Midori. There's also like sour apple and other melon liqueurs. And then there is absinthe liqueurs, Pernod. I think Pernod is very dark, but I do have a few other cheaper dark green absinthes. Hopefully it's one of these. And if it's like a sour apple or something, it's not gonna mess it up with just a splash of it in there. So heads and tails. Tails. Was that 3 tails in a row? All right, so I'm not gonna bother stirring. I'm just gonna make this in the glass on some ice. I am gonna measure though. 2 ounces of this brown liquid. And then 1 ounce of whatever this red stuff is that I'm hoping it's pretty sweet. Oh, I could smell what that is right now. That's raspberry. And then a splash of this. Just a splash. I could smell that from here. That's not absinthe. That's sour apple something. All right. This will probably be nothing like a old-fashioned. I'm pretty sure that's a whiskey. And like a raspberry. Okay, it's not bad, but it's not an old-fashioned. It is very sweet. Not too sweet though. So I'm thinking, just from what I whiffed of it, that's just got to be maybe a raspberry syrup and like a green apple or sour apple. And this, a lot of this is getting covered up. This really isn't bad though. It is like an easier to drink version of an old-fashioned. What would I change about it though? It's a little too sweet. I really think maybe there was just too much of whatever these are. So for my second chance, I'm just gonna put a little more of this in. Maybe like another 3/4 of an ounce. My guess on this is it is a lower end whiskey, but that could just be because it's being covered up by so much other stuff. That's better. That now almost tastes like a flavored old-fashioned. Like if you used a raspberry syrup instead of a simple syrup. It's good. So I'll take this one as a win after an adjustment. Other than the fact that I don't think the apple really is a strong enough flavor with just a splash. It probably just added too much sweetness. Guess I'll put these to the side so I could see what they are later. My next attempt is going to be a sour. A sour is usually 2 ounces of spirit, 1 ounce of citrus, and 1 ounce of sweetener. So I will use 1 ounce of lemon juice. For the spirit, I'm not going to try to find one. I'm just going to pick 2 clear. Clear is likely gin or vodka, but it could be a whole lot of other stuff. I could end up with a Everclear sour. I'll pick out 2 random clear. 2 clear, hopefully spirits. Who knows what they are? And lemon. Last thing is a sweetener. So there is one thing that I know is sweet, and that is blue curacao. And I only have 1 bottle of it, because who would need more than 1 bottle of a blue liquid? So for the sweetener, I'm going to choose the blue curacao, and I'm going to look for something else that looks like it could be sweet. Come back with those. So I got the blue curacao, which now that I think about it, I'm hoping it's blue curacao, because I just picked the first blue thing I saw. And I'm not 100% sure I don't have something else blue, but I can't think of something. And then for the other one, I saw something and it made me think Fireball, because this is like a whiskey color with like red. So it just, first thing that came to mind was Fireball, and Fireball is definitely sweet, and it would work for the sweetener. But who knows what else this could be. All right, heads and tails. Heads. So I guess I'm going to find out. My whole blue curacao idea is out the window. Oh, I just realized I didn't flip a coin for these two. I'm not going to use them both. I hope I didn't flip it. But I'm going to flip it again if I didn't. Heads and tails. Heads. So I will shake this one since there will be lemon juice. I'll be going with the 2 ounces of the clear. And, 1 ounce of lemon juice. Then 1 ounce of whatever this stuff is. Hopefully it's sweet. I'm purposely trying not to smell. I'll just serve this in a small highball. All right, here is the random sour. There is no sweet to it. It's pretty bland too. My guess is the clear is a vodka. And what is this? There's a bitterness to it, but it's not very sweet. All I really smell on it is lemon juice. It's not the worst thing, it's just really bland. It needs sweetness. So for my second chance, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to add some sweetness to it. How about that blue curacao? Let's see, number 6470. I hope it's blue curacao. It needs something. I think this would be good. Some orange sweetness. So how much should I put in? How about let's just put 1 ounce in? No, that's way too much. Half an ounce. It is now a green color. Hope it made it better. I'm still disappointed. It's still bland. The sweetness came up just a little. Once I find out what this is, I'm gonna know what I'm tasting. There's nothing distinctive about it other than like a bitterness. I'm gonna go with vodka. It's definitely not Fireball. It's not sweet. Something bitter. Really, I have no clue. I just want to say that was a failure. It's not a horrible drink. I could drink it. It's just, not good. Should I be rating these? Maybe I should. Let's try this old-fashioned. For documentation's sake, that old-fashioned is just barely good. I'd give it a 62. And then whatever this weird random sour is, I'd give it a 45. For the next drink, I'm gonna be making a Tiki-like drink. What I'm looking for is an ounce of a dark rum, an ounce of a light rum, half ounce of lime, a half ounce of something sweet, and another half ounce of something else sweet. So I've got 4 bottles to pick out. I'm gonna start with what I'm trying to pick out, something dark rum. So I'm gonna look for something really dark, but not like black. Hopefully I could pick out 2 dark rums. I picked out 2 very dark brown liquids for hopefully dark rum. Heads and tails. Heads. And for the light rum, I picked out 2 sort of light brown To me, it looks like a lightly aged spirit. Could be whiskey. Even if it's whiskey, I mean, nothing to say that whiskey can't go well in a tiki drink. But hopefully they're both rums. Heads and tails. Heads. I've got two, hopefully, sweeteners that'll be ½ ounce each. I've got the green is back, but it's not the same green. As I said, I've got multiple green bottles. I'm hoping one of these is like Pernod or something. I think a little bit of that in a drink is good. And then for the others, one is violet, which I'm pretty sure that is a creme de violet, which definitely is sweet and tastes like flowers. And this one, it just looks to me like it would be sweet. It's kind of thick, brown, and like a reddish tint to it. Could be Fernet. Now that I think about it, maybe that's a bad idea, but a ½ ounce of Fernet would probably be overpowering. So I'm hoping for the violet. Let's do the green. Heads and tails. Tails. The other, hopefully sweet. Heads and tails. Heads. Oh, I didn't get the violet. All right, let's mix this weird concoction up real quick. So on the spot, I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger. For some reason, tiki drinks like to be big, and I kind of like that. So I'm gonna go 1.5 ounces of these and 3/4 ounce of these. Oh no, that is definitely not a dark rum. I can smell it from here. 1.5 ounces of this. Smells, whatever that is, it smells like, what are those brown candies? All right, 3/4 ounce of this green stuff. And 3/4 ounce of this reddish brown stuff. Don't forget the 3/4 ounce of lime juice. Let's put it in a Pilsner glass, just because. I think that is apricot flavored brandy. I smell some apricot. The color is not very appetizing looking, but tiki drinks usually aren't. I smell mint. I smell, I think, apricot still. What I don't smell is rum. Cheers. Wow. What is the little brown candies you get at Halloween? What the hell are those brown candies? Half hard, half soft. It's not chocolate, but it's... Son of a bitch. I gotta know. They're individually wrapped like this. Do they not exist anymore? Tootsie Roll. It's like a Tootsie Roll. There's mint in there. This must be Fernet. One of these is like an apricot brandy. Where's that Tootsie Roll flavor coming from? Is this a chocolate liqueur? That's gotta be it. This has gotta be dark creme de cacao. Fernet. Apricot flavored brandy. And what is the green? Maybe it's Midori? This one is not coming through as much. And it is way too sweet, but not horribly sweet. I'll take that back. Not way too sweet, just too sweet. So how do I fix it? I want to fix it by putting in a decent amount of actually rum, but my ability to pick out rum by color is very suspect so far. It needs some ABV. The easy way would be to just pour something clear in there. What I really want to put in there is some Plantation OFTD, but the chance of me picking that out is slim to none. I could make it worse by putting in a clear that's just another liqueur. I have a lot of vodka, vanilla vodkas and gins. So it's more likely that I would just add some gin or vodka, which would make it better, but not really. I really want to get some dark rum in there. Do I gamble it? Okay, I think I'm going to gamble going for a dark rum, but not this dark. I'm going to try this 7832. It is pretty dark, not too dark. That can mess me up like I'm thinking chocolate liqueur. So I'm going to put 1.5 ounces of this in. Made up my mind. All right, it's in there. I can't change my mind. So I'm going to smell it now. I think this is a brandy or maybe a cognac. I think it would be a good addition. Give it a little more kick, a little less sweetness. I think it's better, but it's still too sweet. This is better than the second one, the blue one. It's too sweet to be good still though. But if you like really sweet drinks, or if your wife does, I bet my wife would love it too. I'm just gonna give it a decent 57. So this turned out to be a little more difficult than I thought it would be, but it was fun, and I tasted some mixtures that no one's probably ever tried before. None of them were horrible, so I guess that's a win. I am going to go finish drinking these 3 mediocre drinks.